Hello everyone, this is Alex Gerchik, Gerchik Company, and today is the very important lesson. The lesson is about strong and not strong levels. The most important thing when you start, and what you've seen in the previous videos, is the very important thing to see. Which level is the strongest one, which one is good to trade, which one is not good to trade. Lots of times when the people start to have their trading style over the levels, horizontal levels, a lot of times they're doing the trades around the levels, which is not important. You should understand one thing. There's a bunch of levels you can draw. I mean, pretty much almost every bar or every few bars, they can bring something which is going to be a level, but most of the time, this level is not strong enough to trade. I try to trade only very strong level. And today, we're going to have a lesson about strong or not a strong level. For me, the most important thing is to identify this strong levels and explain why particular level is strong and why this particular level is not strong. And today I'm going to explain, I'm going to show you levels by levels, let's say, and show you examples of euros, gold, oil futures, let's say S&P, and I'm going to explain in a live example why these levels are good or not good. Most of the time, I see a lot of gurus and a lot of super traders which positions themselves as the super guys who knows everything about the market. They don't know basic stuff, honestly. They don't know basic stuff. I've seen a lot of traders who can make money, but they cannot explain why they trade this particular level, how they trade. For me, the most important thing when I teach is to make sure that the person is understand why it happens for one simple reason. If your levels are going to be strong enough, you can really build a nice position around it. And the most important thing, you can have a nice trade. And a lot of times people asking me a question, how to be a good trader, and how to understand the market, which other levels are strong and not strong. Besides that, besides the videos, I'm gonna provide you with a bunch of different pictures and show you which levels are strong or which levels are not strong. And a lot of times there are people asking me a question, how can I learn levels? Honestly, it's very simple. You will be surprised. You just got to spend like 3 months of your life, draw probably 1,000 of levels, and the most amazing part, to see how these levels are trading. That's a very important thing. You have to see how they're trading. I mean, what's out there, why this level worked out, why this level didn't work out. So today I'm going to show you some nice examples, and I'll show you how to identify strong and not strong level. We'll start with this level right here. I'll make a picture, I'll show you, and I'll explain. Okay, that's the one. First of all, why this level is strong and why you really could have made this trade and you could have made this trade and you could have made this trade. 3 very nice trades. One simple thing. You should understand when somebody is eating all of the positions, when somebody is selling a very large position and very fast, you should understand one thing, that somebody here who buys, this is a big buyer. One simple thing. It can be a lot of different small sellers, but the one big buyer, he's definitely going to make sure that the level is going to be supported for one simple thing. He doesn't want to allow the position to go in the different direction for one simple thing. If this level is going to be broken, he's going to receive a lot of sell orders. He's not going to be able to eat that much. That's a very important thing. You should understand, and you should always split your decision into buyer and a seller mood. This is the very important thing. This is the probably most important thing, to basically understand who is the buyer and who is the seller. And you should understand when a person is eating all of the positions here, can you believe it? I mean, look at so much was for sale, so much. all of these guys who was buying, they become sellers. And you should understand one thing. In order basically to understand the level, somebody big has to buy it. And this guy is going to basically buy it with a limit order, protecting his position for one simple thing. If the position, as I said, is going to be broken and go below, he's going to get a lot of sell orders he's not going to be able to handle. So most of the time, high lows, then it's going to be a very strong level. So in this case scenario, this is going to be a very strong level, and you can really trade against here. Usually, when you trade very strong levels from a daily chart, the beautiful part is you get a very, very small stop. Here, this is the very small stop. And here is very small stop as well. So what it is, when you trade levels like this, you can really get a small stops and a very large stakes. Let's go to another level. You see, right here. Why? Again, look at this. Somebody eat a very large position here and try to hold this level. Because if he's not going to hold it, that something like this is going to happen. He's going to lose money. If you think the big guys are not losing money at the momentum, they can really easily lose money. No problem. So when you see something like this, you identify the level. Why? Because the move has been stopped. And it's always, as you see, against a very large level, it's always a false breakout. Why? Because he let it go to see how many orders are there, and then he's taking a very large position against it. So here, as you can see, here's a false breakout, false breakout, false breakout. So when you have a level and you price this level correctly, you see the level is going to hit almost at the same price. What it shows you there is a very big limit seller in this case. So I'll show you right now, me and you guys, we're going to go together and see what levels are very strong. Take a look. High is a 114.026. High 114.035. So we have less than 10 basis point. 14039. 4 pips in a fifth category. So take a look. This is an extremely good level. Here, look at this high. 114.12. 9 points. Less than 10 pips. Less than 10 pips. You have less than 10 pips. Stop. And you know one thing for a fact, you see it stops again. So what it is, if you draw the level correctly, you're never going to have a problem to execute them. But take a look what a lot of people are doing. They try to do the level here. They try to do level here, but this is not the levels. So what it is, you have to make sure, let's say we'll take few more examples. Let's say we'll take gold. You'll take a few more examples to understand which levels are strong and why. For example, take a look at this level. This is very strong level, 1394. Very strong. One simple thing. Why? Because it's a big paranormal bar. Usually, when you have a move in a big paranormal bar and it stopped, it means somebody's big is there. So what it is, you see, somebody's trying to build a position against this level 1394. And it's very important thing to see where the position is going to go. That's very important thing. So if at any given time, the instrument will hold under 1394 level, it has a huge chance to go much, much lower. Huge chance. So what it is in this case, you have to always watch out two things. How and with what speed the bars or candles are moving towards this level. So if you see the huge bars are coming in, you know one thing for a fact, most of the time it's going to get stopped. But you see here, in any case, not even once, the instrument closed the daily chart below the level. It means it's not a seller yet. Why? Because if it's going to be a big seller and this guy wants to sell, he's going to make sure he's going to close the daily chart right below 1394. And he's going to make sure that everybody will panic. That's what it is. Once everybody is panicked, And once the level is going below 1394, that is it. The stock or Forex pair or anything else is going to get destroyed. In a few different examples, I'll show you British pound. Take a look. This level, it came from before. You see, this is a monthly chart. There was a low of September 2018. Why? Because from that point, after that, will start to go up. So this level right here, just I'll draw correctly, and you'll see. Okay, right here. The low of this bar, 124,762. Take a look. 124,762. Take a look. You can really have a very nice position against this level of one simple thing. The FAR retest, and this is the FAR retest. Why? Because the instrument was here more than a year ago. So FAR retest, it's not that easy to break in the first time. Most of the time, the FAR retest is not going to get broken. So once you see the instrument is coming back, and this is a false breakout with the two bars, one that I show you, you can always understand where to put a stop and where the instrument can move. That's the most beautiful part. So in the future, if you really want to participate just in the very strong levels, do yourself a favor. Open the chart, clean the chart, no lines, no nothing, and just draw the lines. Try to do it 100 of them, 200 of them, 300 of them. I understand that if you trade Forex, you're not going to have that many of them. It's understandable. But if you open up, let's say, US stock market, just for the sake of it, just for the understanding the charts, you can draw thousands of them. So that's what you do. You'll make sure that your eyes, it's getting used to it, to something that you never seen before. Because if you open the traditional books about trading, charts, doesn't matter, Murphy, Schweiger, or everybody else, they have a very conditional drawing of levels. Most of the time, they're incorrect. But why? Because they just think that whatever happened historically, they don't even look at it. And the most amazing part, they cannot explain. Why? For example, if you ask this question and say, why it's the support? Okay, just because we have a turnaround. But there is 10 different variations of how to draw the levels. 10 different ones. I mean, paranormal bar, when the instrument is stuck at the same price and everything else. So there's a bunch of that. And most amazing part, they cannot explain. So that's why I'm trying to make these short videos for you to explain that you can really make money in the market. I did. And I'm still doing it. And the most amazing part, this can be explained. That's the most important thing. I was in last year at the Money Show in Las Vegas. And I did the presentation. I was a speaker. And when I did the presentation, it's supposed to be for 20 minutes. I stayed there for an hour and a half. And the people didn't want to leave. Why? Because I was the only one who can explain why did it happen and where the instrument is going to go higher and lower and why. So that's what I'm trying to teach you, my friends. Thank you very much. I'm Alex Gerchik, and we're Gerchik Co Company, and all the best to you of understanding the levels. Watch our videos. Thank you.